Mike Lowell is a Republican congressman out of New York on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Sir, thank you for your time. Good morning to you. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this, but I just want to make one point. Do too many people within the American government have access to classified information? Would you start there with your hunch?
Clearly, we obviously are dealing with a situation where it's either incompetence or gross negligence. The White House and the administration have failed to protect classified materials here. And this comes on the heels of our adversaries like China flying a spy balloon over the entire continental United States unimpeded and collecting sensitive material and information about our military sites. And now we have this massive leak that significantly impacts our allies in Europe, in the Indo-Pacific, and of course the situation in Ukraine. And so this is frankly a calamity of epic proportions, and the administration seems extremely flat-footed and unclear about what to do.
John Ratcliffe, the former DNI under President Trump, had this to say on Fox and Friends this morning. Listen here.
This really underscores why. When our adversaries can see specific information that we have in terms of communications, it allows all of them to look and see where we're listening or how we're getting information, people who may be sources. And so that's the harm to our national security, is that those are all jeopardized.
You know, I think about all the taxpayer dollars that go into our intelligence and our defense budgets, appropriately so. But when you have a situation like this, and a lot of that could be squandered in an instant from one leak, and you have a president of the United States now traveling overseas who refuses to answer questions from the press corps. They announced before he left that he will not be taking questions. Then you're left with a lot of people, both enemies and friends, and American taxpayers wondering, what does he think about this? What does he plan to do about it? Your thoughts on that?
Well, look, it's been one crisis after the next when it comes to national security, starting with the withdrawal in Afghanistan, which was completely botched, and obviously the lead up to the invasion in Ukraine. I just came back from a trip to the Indo-Pacific in Japan, Korea, and Taiwan, and there are serious questions about American leadership. And this administration and this president in particular have been asleep at the switch, and it is a major problem. And when you look at the crisis in Ukraine and the fact that, our intelligence and potential sources and folks who cooperate with our intelligence agencies are now put in jeopardy, especially in Russia, that is a significant breach. There is no question this is a form of espionage, and we need to get to the bottom of it extremely quickly. Lives are at risk, and the situation in Ukraine is critical. And for this information to get out in the manner that it did, and expose potential sources and folks who cooperate with our intelligence agencies. This is deeply alarming, and the administration needs to be way more aggressive in getting to the bottom of it, and not so laissez-faire about it as if this is just some, Wednesday morning. I mean, this is serious,
well,
and they need to take it seriously.
I think Bill Burns takes it seriously. You listened to his comments yesterday. He's on it. We'll see whether or not we get through it. Macron's sucking up to Beijing. Meanwhile, we're spending billions in Ukraine, and you got this out there in the public domain.
Yeah.
Sir, thank you for your time. We'll see where it goes.
Let me just say, Macron would be eating schnitzel instead of croissants if it wasn't for us. So he should take a lot more seriously the threats from China and start working with the United States.
We'll see if he listens. Thank you, sir, for coming on today.